Okay, I'm making these into a pair of shorts, and got my super duper scissors. And you want to make sure you come to the edge of where the seam is, but make sure you leave enough seam allowance. So they're going to be separate, so you're going to have to cut it. If you cut it on the fold, make sure you cut it. And make sure that there's enough here for sewing it together, so you have a seam allowance all the way here. And I'll just fold this down and give it a little more straight across. And then this for the hem. And that will be my front piece. Okay, I've cut out my front piece. And keep in mind, with shorts and pants, you have a longer bottom piece. So this is folded to cut, but it has all this much more. So instead of looping my thing, I have this extra right here that I can feel, and you can just measure it out right there. So you want to move it over so that you have enough room for the back piece. Okay, for the waistband, you need to make sure that it's wide enough to cover the front and fold over your elastic to cover the back, and still have enough room to sew it to your shorts. And I have it set up here, so I just need to double this area. So I could do that by folding this over now. So it's not really easy to see. And straighten it. And so then I can leave this folded, and then I don't have to sew it here, but then I'll need to sew it here. You don't want to cut this edge, because this is what's going to fold over your elastic, just like on the shorts. Just going to fold over the elastic like that. For all the pieces now ready to assemble, of your front, your back, which is longer, the waistband cover, and your elastic. Here's our first step in the process of putting together shorts or even pants. You want to sew the front to the back. Make sure right sides are together, because if you look really close, I don't know if you can see, on the front of this one it's darker, I guess shinier too, and this one's duller. So right sides together, and just like you have a pants inseam, you have a pant leg going all the way down. And then next, you can sew the outside seam, or, which I'll do next, and then you put together your inside seam, which you will then, it'd probably be easier this way. You then put it together, right sides. I have it the wrong way, but just to show you, you have this side here, and you line it up. And this is the rise of the pants or shorts. They'll go from the back to the front, and then these can be sewn together. Okay, so here I've done the rise seam. You want to make sure that you have them right sides together, and you want to match up the front and the back. And then you just sew it all the way around the rise. And then you can see here, there is the crotch area right there that is formed, and I didn't even do the best. I don't know if you can see that there. But, you know, a few stitches showing through. Anyway, so now you can open it. And you want to do the same again, right sides together, and do the outside seams, outside leg seams. And you see this coming together. Shorts and pants are very easy to make. Very simple process. See? So now I'll do the outside, and you can see how it looks like it's inside out already. See that? Okay, so now we have our shorts that look like shorts now, and our waistband. So you want to make sure your shorts are turned correctly or right side out, and your waistband is inside out. And you will just put this over right here, over your shorts, the waistband over your shorts, and then sew around to attach it to the waist of the shorts. We'll do that next. Okay, we have our waistband attached. You can see here, it's sewn all the way around. And so when we lift it up, it looks much better. So if you want to add elastic, then I think I'm just going to sew it down with the sewing machine, since I don't have a stitch that sews it down on my serger. So I'll go around and I'll stitch this down so it has a nice wide waistband, and then I must leave open about 2 to 3 inches so I can insert my waistband all the way around, sew it together, and then I don't know if I'm going to finish the legs. I'll probably just sew them under. I use a selvage here, so I don't know if I'm going to have to iron it with a cloth on top, because this is a spandex or polyester stretchy fabric, so don't want to melt it with the iron. So the selvage kind of makes it roll, and then you just iron it and then sew it up however much you want it sewn, or leave it. But I don't want to leave it because this is a knit, a fine knit, and it will run like hosiery. Okie dokie. Oh, it's dark over here. All right. So this is my shorts that I finished, and what I did was I serged around all the edges. Not a beautiful job, but I serged around the edges, then I just turned it under and I stretched it as I sewed it on the sewing machine. Otherwise, when it does stretch, it'll pop seams. And so this was my super duper easy pair of shorts. And copy anything, any clothes that you have quickly and easily like that. And make yourself something that you love in a different color, a different fabric, slightly different style. Just measure 10 times, cut once, and you'll get it. So yay! Now I get to move on to the next project.